I just had a funny occurrence, kind of amusing to me. Scholastically, I wasn't the top of the class. Um, I wasn't the bottom, but I wasn't near the top of the mountain. Okay. But one thing I did do pretty good was spelling. In fact, I think it was my junior high years that I was almost entered in a spelling bee. Remember those? Um, and I think the old spelling bees, you had to use the word in a sentence. Um, like if they say spell cat, you would say cat, C-A-T. The cat in the hat went splat under the truck. Such bad luck. And then all the cat lovers would boo you. Um, but spelling was kind of one thing I did do pretty good. Um, and in fact, the spelling still has stuck with me. I'm glad that's one thing that hasn't left the mind over the years. Um, I've taken tests at a couple of different jobs where you're supposed to, it's a timed test and you're supposed to retype something like a paragraph or something, and you're supposed to retype it. And accuracy does count. And somewhere in my mind, accuracy means more than speed. I've always heard that speed kills. Maybe. Um, so I've done those, and as I've been typing, my mind naturally just catches, oops, that's an error. That's a spelling error. That's a grammar. There's a grammatical error. So I'm correcting as I'm going, totally oblivious to the fact that I'm being timed. But it was okay because I still made it through. And I was sending an email earlier, and it kept spell checking me. One thing it did, toward the end, it tried to change the word. Um, I did a sentence something like, I'm sure we will figure it out though. And it kept trying to change though to through, Through, not Though. And I'm like, I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm spelling. Good Lord. Now, this isn't as bad as the fact checkers that wouldn't know a fact if you introduced it to them. Hey, here's a fact. Oh, no. We're paid to just, no. So anyway, I was doing something and I typed in it's, IT apostrophe S. Because IT apostrophe S stands for it is. It shortens that, just, which is kind of silly. Um, but I did that, and it kept throwing it back over to its, which was not appropriate or punctual or grammar for what I was typing. And so I'm like, really? Does spell checking need a spell check? Apparently. I get amused when I see AI because it stands for what? Artificial intelligence. Artificial is something that is not real. Do you understand that? Artificial is not real. It's fake. It's like the sweeteners, sugar sweeteners, over the years. It's artificial. It's not. It's not real sugar. It's not the good stuff. It's artificial. So AI is simply fake, pretend intelligence. And by the way, since that intelligence is coming from us, boy, that's flawed to begin with, isn't it? I mean, my gosh, think about that. So the spell check thing, it just amused me. I'm not making a big deal out of it. I'm having some fun with it. Um, Obviously the fact checkers on Facebook and such needed their facts checked. They needed to do a little research, not just sit at their desk and automatically say, well, that's the wrong side of the political fence. We're just going to nay everything that's there, and yay everything that's on our side. There we go. Can't we all just get along? Marshmallows. Here we are. Um, I've heard that phrase, we live in a marshmallow world. Everyone's getting a participation trophy and, hugs and warm fuzzies for everybody. I was at a company years ago, by the way. They sent us to this little sales training seminar thing, and they emphasized warm fuzzies to the point we got these cute little warm fuzzy things, these little to remind us. I think we were supposed to stick them onto our work shirts, and they were little cute, like a little cotton ball with collars and eyes, and like warm fuzzies, warm fuzzies for everybody. Yeah, and I think a lot of those warm fuzzies didn't make it out of the building past the trash can. Here's your warm fuzzy. Throw it under the tire and back it up. Save running over the cat, I guess. But it's kind of amusing when you're typing and you have a little bit of English grammatical spelling still, and when spell check is in error. Oh my gosh, that's what happens when we want to leave everything up to the machines and the artificial intelligence and see what happens. Okay. Um, but that's my amusement for a Monday morning. Hope it brings you a smile. Hey, I'd love to hear. You can let me know on Instagram or Facebook or something if you've ever had those things when you've had to correct the corrector. That would be fun. But have a good Monday. Watch your spelling. I'm checking.